again, all your enemy two viewers. So I'm here with Elissa, and what are we doing today, Elissa?
Well, at UCM a while ago, we were talking about how you would be a great teacher. I don't know how we got to that point of the conversation, but we got to this point where you'd be a great teacher because you would have this influence on this classroom of students and you'd be able to tell them to go to Camp Qwanoes, but you had to be subtle about it because, you know, you can't just do that all the time, they get annoyed at you. And so we realized that you probably have this secret ability in you where you could turn any conversation and direct it towards encouraging someone to go to Camp Qwanoes. So we had this idea that we're gonna challenge you to see if you can change every word of like the alphabet. So starting from A going to Z, having 26 different words and
relating
conversation.
It to Qwanoes.
Yeah, exactly. The first word is airport.
Airport. Well, here's the thing about airports, you know, they take people from one place to another, and there's a lot of staff members at Camp Qwanoes from all over the world, and they have to be at the airports on time to get to Camp Qwanoes for the summer.
True. B, breath.
Breath. There's just a song from Camp Qwanoes called Breath to Breathe.
I didn't even know that song.
Oh, it's a good song. Yeah. Just insert the song right now. Wow, this sounds so great. It's a slower song. You have to follow slower.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Chisel.
I don't think they use a chisel for anything. You know what? The freezers at Camp Qwanoes, they probably fill up with a whole lot of ice, and they'll probably have to chisel it away to make it okay. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Next one, doctor.
Doctor. Well, here's the thing about camp. You know, you got a lot of kids around. There's like 400 campers in a week. They get sick sometimes and they spread it around, and then sometimes we need doctors. But they do a great job at handling 400 kids a week.
Yeah. They are really important to camp. Thank you.
Bless our nurses.
Elephant.
Oh, okay. Well, at the banquet 1 or 2 or 3 years ago, which I can't remember because it's been a while, we had a big ol' elephant as one of the decorations at Camp Qwanoes.
True.
And I'm pretty sure I asked Jay a question about that elephant. And here's a clip! Watch as it's not an elephant. Watch as it's like a camel or something. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll see in post.
Yeah. Fire.
Fire. Well, I love fires, especially like fire pits. You know what is a great fire pit to be around? Fireside at Camp Qwanoes.
That's a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grass.
Grass? Well, the field is just full of grass, although it takes a lot of water to water that grass during the summer, and it's a bit sketchy because of all like the water bans and stuff to conserve all the water so that we don't catch on fire.
H is heart.
Heart? Well, Jesus is the heart of camp. I don't think I steeped it. This is just hot water. Oh well, I need more water in my life anyway.
Yeah, true.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Drink your water.
It's important.
Especially at camp.
Yeah, like you'll get dehydrated and pass out.
Oh man, it's always so annoying like trying to figure out how to get my younger campers to drink water because they're like, oh yeah, I'll be fine. And then halfway through the day, they're just super grumpy and they're like, I have a headache. Well, that's because you didn't drink water, and I hardly drink water, so if I'm telling you to drink water, you know that it's like serious, man. I forget which letter we're on.
I, which is India.
Yeah, India, it's a part of Asia, and a lot of the times we get large groups of campers from Asia. Like that one time that we got like, what was it, like 20 campers, and they were all wearing like their bright yellow jacket. India relates to Asia, relates to China, gets back to camp, okay?
Well, yeah.
It's all about word association.
Jam.
Jam. Well, okay, I'm trying to figure out if I need to go like, hey, this is my jam, or like literal jam. You know, Qwanoes music, that's my jam.
K. Kitchen.
Kitchen. Well, you see, one summer, I think it was 2015, I had to spend 3 weeks in the Qwanoes kitchens. Not in a row, which is great. I was a counselor for like 6 weeks, and then like kitchen for like,
Balanced it out.
yeah. So I worked in the kitchens, which is weird because I can't cook. But I guess I wasn't cooking, I was prepping things.
Yeah, that's just...
So I was so good at juice making. It is, that's my jam. There we go. Juice making.
L. Leg.
You know, 4 legs. Not 4 legs, but legs are great for climbing. And you know what is a thing that you can climb? The trees that go up to the Screamer, which is our zip line at Camp Qwanoes. And you definitely need your legs or some really like strong arms.
Yeah.
Because that's like
Honestly?
65 feet in the air. And it's really fun, and it's one of my favorite things at camp other than the skyscraper. So, although the jet stream is a thing now, so...
Meteor.
Meteor.
You're teaching
Ooh.
in your classroom about meteors. How do you convince your kids to go to Qwanoes?
You know what is a great activity to do concerning meteors? Because a lot of the times, like, you can't see meteors in the city because like all the lights are just too bright. They're obscuring your nice view of the stars. Camp is a great place to look at stars. One time, my cabin was off sleeping somewhere else, but then my camp counselor woke us up and she's like, hey, there's going to be a meteor shower. And she got permission for us to go out into the field at night and just like look at the meteor shower, and it was great.
That's so cool. That's a sweet
At
story.
least I think she got permission for us to do that.
Needle.
Needle. Needles. You know what has a needle? Compasses. And compasses tell you where to go. And a lot of the times in All-Star games we need to know where to go. And a lot of the times they have that map up, and I'm pretty sure it has like, hey, this is north, and that's like a compass. It's, yep, that's what we're going with for needle.
O for onion.
Onion. You know, onions are not that prevalent at camp, to be honest. But you know what about onions? Like, I like the taste of onions, but not the texture of onions, because I'm a picky eater. You know who else are picky eaters? Campers. So I don't really know if they'd have huge chunks of onions and things, because campers are real picky eaters. Okay, we have to have food that like 400 kids will eat.
Half dinner.
So,
Grilled cheese.
yes.
Chicken nuggets.
But we also have to have food for our lactose and dairy-free friends, which are apparently different, lactose-free and dairy-free, and then our vegetarian friends and our celiacs.
That's a lot of needs that
Bless
kitchen is
the
meeting.
kitchen staff.
Good job. Okay, pillow.
Pillow. Well, okay, you bring your pillow to camp so that you're getting all comp. You set up your bunk with your pillow, your sleeping bag, your stuffed animal, because Qwanoes is a stuffy friendly camp.
Yeah, it is. Wait, did I miss Q? I missed Q.
Oh my gosh! You missed the most important letter.
It skips it in the list.
What?
Quail.
You know what? I do remember you perfect that one, and I didn't think about it further. Do quails fly, or are they one of the flightless birds?
Wait, hey Siri. Do quails fly?
Okay, I found this on the web for do quails fly.
It was a yes or
Take
no
a look.
question.
Yeah.
Okay, they're somewhat laid-back birds, preferring to walk on the ground rather than fly. But if startled, they can explode into flight at a speed of 40 miles per hour.
That's pretty... Okay, they do fly then.
They cannot endure long flights.
It's like short bursts.
Okay, so quails. You know what also needs to fly at a sort of short span of time? The drones at Camp Qwanoes.
Oh.
Because they have a battery life, you know, and
Yep.
I don't know if they can fly for a longer period of time than quails, but they fly in the air like quails, and for a short period,
Rocket.
Well, let me tell you about every time I think of rockets, I think of Liftoff, which is just one of the best songs from camp, because back when they did music videos which were more themed versus like, hey, here's the shots of Q-Town, which is still good, but like Liftoff, man, they did this whole thing with rockets because they're lifting off into space, and it was great. And it's probably definitely copyrighted if I put it in the clip, so here's a link. I saw a squirrel outside the window.
Squirrel.
Russ?
Hey, the next letter is S.
Are you gonna skip squirrel now because I've said it?
Squirrel. It's better. It has to be.
Just add in a bunch of shots of Russ.
When I was the videographer at camp, he was my boss, and he was like the best boss ever. It was really great.
He sounds like he'd be the best boss.
Yeah, like he really was. He's super chill, really encouraging, like taught me a lot of stuff. So.
I sang in the Q-Town band once. Well, on stage at Q-Town, and then like a couple times at Fireside. It was fun.
T is for...
T?
Tunnel.
You know, sometimes when we're walking about our lives, we get tunnel vision. And we think that we know where we're going, but actually we're missing out on everything around us, and especially what God has planned for us. And camp is a great place to be, to like open your eyes and just relax, you know, just get rid of all of the distractions of normal lives, like phones. I'm on my phone every day, but when I'm at camp, I'm definitely not on my phone like all the time. And not just because I'm not allowed, but because I don't really feel the need to. And you know, it's just a great place to get rid of your tunnel vision.
Umbrella.
You know what?
I wouldn't.
A lot of the times, it rains at camp. And that's fine and all. We can have fun in the rain, but not when we're eating. So there's a lot of big old tarps in the eating area, and they act as our giant umbrella.
We're talking lots about food at camp.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm a hungry person, okay? Just start playing like Amanda, add in like the future is now, which is like that song when you finish eating.
Oh, yeah.
I know the name of the song.
Next is videotape.
Videotape. Well, at Camp Qwanoes, we have a team that does the videos during the summer.
Once a month.
And they do the daily highlights, and then they put it all together for a weekly highlight. And how long was the longest night that you had editing for the end of the week?
It was an all-nighter.
An all-nighter, like what, till like
I think it was
3
like
a.m.,
6
5
a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was like walking across the field at 6 a.m., dropped off the DVDs, and then went to bed.
So yeah, our video crew is really dedicated, and like I do video stuff for like my channel, but these guys are the real MVPs, okay?
Although the reason we had to stay up all night was because the DVD burner wasn't working and we had to fix that. It wasn't because we were editing all night, so.
Still, technical difficulties.
Yeah. W is gonna be water. No, I'm kidding. We already talked way too much about water. Window.
Even though there's hardly any windows at Qwanoes, it's really a window of opportunity to get to know God and to get to know a lot of people that also know God, because sometimes we're just out and about and we're like not really having conversations with other people that know God, and like we just kind of get into this routine and we're just not talking about him sometimes because it's just like, oh, well, just doing my own thing. But then you get to Qwanoes, you have so many people you can talk to about it. And like, I came from like a small town, and there's like not a lot of people at like my age at church and stuff. So it was really cool to go to Qwanoes where there's like 400 people my age that I can talk to about it.
True.
So,
that's so true.
a window of opportunity.
XYZ. Okay.
Where would the X fit in there?
I don't know.
You know that Vine where it's like, my name's
Shall,
Michael with
shall.
a B and I have a fear of insects? Wait. Where's the B? There's a bee!
Introduce yourself. My name is Michael with a B, and I've been afraid of insects my entire life. Stop. Where? Where's the bee? There's a bee?
So X-ray, you know, I think that the next step in Maple Mountain Man's plan is to probably get X-ray vision so that he could see into buildings and see where Captain Q is without Captain Q seeing where he is. That took us like 10 minutes. It really.
Yield.
Okay, you know, sometimes at camp, we do this thing called the Quantathlon. And instead of like a regular baton, we have like, what is it, 6 campers, 8 campers all strung together?
Yes.
And
5, I think.
they have to run from one place to the other. And if you're like not doing an activity and you're walking across the field and you see them, you need to yield to them because they take priority at that moment.
Yeah.
Last letter. Last
Cheers.
letter. So zeal, just so that you guys know, it means great energy or enthusiasm in pursuit of a cause or an objective. And I would argue that all of the staff members at Qwanoes have a great zeal for the entire cause at camp to bring kids to life. We have real zeal for what's happening, real zest, sprinkling in other Z words, zeal, zest,
Zebra.
well, a real zip for life, you know? We're zipping around. There we go. All the staff members, they're so great. Thank your local Qwanoes staff member.
Yes.
And you know what? Staff members are from all around the world. So like, even if you're not in Canada, you might have a local staff member. So if you're thinking about becoming a Qwanoes staff member and you're like, oh, but I live in like Brazil or something. Well, you know what? You know who also is from Brazil? Fernando.
Everyone.
Shout out to Fernando. That's it. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Good job. She could definitely be a teacher.
Nervous slurps. Goodbye.
Bye.